It's Monday, April 3rd. Welcome to Kaieteur Radio 99.1 and 99.5 FM. I'm GHK Lall on the National Outlook. First of all, hello and good day to all of you, my fellow Guyanese, my brothers and sisters all, no exceptions. I've taken a few weeks off from this little program of sharing with you so I can do some other things. But because this week here, which is also Holy Week for me in the church calendar, Good Friday, Sunday, Easter Sunday, we'll talk more about that later. This week here is the 4th anniversary of Kaieteur Radio. So I thought I'd break my little holiday and come back and share with you this week. So each day we want to talk about Kaieteur Radio's contribution to the conversation, to the thinking in this country. And today we want to talk about elections. We're not going to talk about what went on in the elections, but how Kaieteur Radio lived up to what we have been trying to do from day one, and we continue to do with other things. Oil tomorrow, corruption on Wednesday, and our social environment on Thursday, and then we have Good Friday. So we're going to talk a little bit about elections today on Kaieteur Radio. I wasn't here then in 2019, 2020. I came after the elections were all over. But this radio station was available, open, and in the forefront of the fight for free and fair elections in this country and democracy. It was about, let's do this thing right. As Guyanese, let us respect each other, let's respect our laws, and let us do right by each other. So there were some people here who are no longer here at Kaieteur Radio, who day after day, for hours, would say, well, no, the elections have happened, and they have been won or they have been lost, and we must move on. And the government at the time, the APNU-AFC coalition, the leaders must recognize that they have lost and concede the elections. Now I want to tell you something on a personal note. 2 times I've voted in my life. Only 2 times. I've never voted in the United States or in Guyana before. And twice I voted for the coalition. Now, I still had it in me to say, after a long probe, long listening and absorbing the facts, that the coalition had lost and the PPP had won. And I said that and I wrote that. I didn't say it on the radio. I wasn't on the radio at the time. It came after. But that brought a lot of thunder and fire on my head. Be that as it may. Meanwhile, this radio station, Kaieteur Radio 99.1 and 99.5 FM, it was daily, hourly, beating the drums that we need to observe our laws, we need to determine that our procedures have been followed and our practices are above board. The U.S. ambassador was very helpful, and the A, B, C, D, and E countries, and CARICOM, and other people from the region. Fine. Ralph Gonzalez, Bruce Golding, among others. But my point is, this radio station, Kaieteur Radio, its publisher, its presenters, wasn't a PPP station, but it wasn't a PNC station either. It called the facts and the circumstances and the environment on the ground as it was seen. Fearlessness, courage, wisdom, just plain decency, just plain honesty. And that is forgotten today, and that is regrettable. My sisters and brothers, because of some of the things that are prioritized by this radio station on these radio programs, and I have had my little share about it, the Lall show at night, really goes to town on those issues. I speak for 5 minutes and then I move along. But the radio has been about what is good for Guyana. Elections, we said, this is how we see it. That's how it was called, and let the results be the results. People forget that. We shouldn't forget that. This radio has been about what is truth and what is right for Guyanese. I'm GHK Lall on Kaieteur Radio, 99.1, 99.5 FM. You were listening to the National Outlook.
Kaieteur Radio.
Covering Guyana from coast to coast.
Demerara and Essequibo, 99.1 FM.
Berbice, 99.5 FM. Kaieteur Radio.
Kaieteur Radio.
Covering Guyana from coast to coast.
Demerara and Essequibo, 99.1 FM.
Berbice, 99.5.